Vox Mundo, Speedlang English. English especially slow and clear for beginner or looking to become more fluent. Original content: RCB's historic victory and tragic celebration. Learn English with real news. Imagine the electric energy of a stadium packed beyond capacity. Imagine fans bursting into screams as their beloved team takes a crucial wicket. Now imagine that same stadium transformed into a scene of chaos and heartbreak within moments. Welcome to RCB's historic victory and tragic celebration. Learn English with real news. In this video, we will take you on a journey through the euphoric triumph of Royal Challengers Bangalore, RCB, winning their first ever IPL title in 2025, and the devastating Stampede that marred the celebration. By the end of this story, you will not only understand the full sequence of events, but also gain new English vocabulary, enhance your listening comprehension, and connect emotionally with real-world happenings. Let's begin with a quick overview of what's coming up. First, we'll explore RCB's turbulent history in the IPL filled with near misses and heartbreak. Then we'll relive the dramatic final match ball by ball and the sheer jubilation that followed. Next, we'll witness how a celebration turned into a tragedy with lives lost in a stampede. We'll hear reactions from players, legends, and officials, and analyze what can be learned about crowd management. Finally, we'll highlight key English words and phrases from this event, helping you learn English through authentic news. But first, why should you stay tuned? Because this is not just another sports recapitz, an emotional roller coaster, a language lesson, and a cautionary tale rolled into one. From the euphoria of victory to the anguish of loss, every moment will be narrated in clear, engaging English ideal for language learners at an intermediate to advanced level. So find a comfortable seat, maybe grab a notepad, and prepare yourself for a captivating story that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's dive in. RCB's history and IPL background. The IPL, Indian Premier League, began in 2008 and quickly became the world's most watched T20 cricket league. Among its franchises, Royal Challengers Bangalore, RCB, stood out as a team with passionate fans, but a history of heartbreak. For years, RCB had assembled a star-studded lineup. Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Chris Gayle, yet the trophy remained elusive. Season after season, RCB reached playoffs and finals only to lose in the final moments. Terms like so close yet so far became synonymous with RCB's IPL journey. In 2016, they finished as runners-up, and again in 2019 dashed hopes when they lost by mere runs. Nevertheless, each defeat only fueled their determination. Fans from Bengaluru, known as the RCB Army, poured into Chinnaswamy Stadium draped in red and gold. Their motto, "Play Bold." In late 2024, the franchise underwent significant changes. A new coach, Mike Hesson, brought fresh tactics. Key players returned from injury, and younger talents like Shreyas Iyer and Herschel Patel emerged. This new blend of experience and youth gave rise to cautious optimism. By the 2025 season start, pundits labeled RCB as dark horses. Yet nobody predicted a championship. After 17 long years, the demons of the past lingered. The stage was set. We'll dive into RCB's 2025 campaign. The 2025 IPL campaign and key matches. The 2025 IPL kicked off in April under sweltering Indian sun. RCB's first match was against Delhi Capitals at Eden Gardens, an away game they had historically struggled in. But this time, AB de Villiers played a vintage knock of 85 runs off 47 balls. His partnership with Virat Kohli, who scored a swift 60 off 40, resulted in a formidable total of 200 for 6. Delhi's chase faltered under Herschel Patel's fiery bowling, ending at 185 for 8. RCB won by 15 runs. Fans back in Bengaluru celebrated as if it were a final. It was a sign RCB was no longer a nearly man, they meant serious business. Over the next few weeks, RCB maintained momentum. Shreyas Iyer emerged as the anchor, guiding the middle order with finesse. Glenn Maxwell, playing as a batting all-rounder, delivered explosive cameos. On the bowling front, Herschel Patel continued his purple patch, leading the wicket-takers' chart. One match stood out, a nail-biter against Mumbai Indians. Chasing 178, RCB stumbled to 110-6 at one point. But de Villiers and Iyer stitched an electric partnership, 68 runs in 32 balls. RCB scraped home with 3 balls to spare. Notice the vocabulary here. Nail-biter. A tense, close contest that keeps you on edge. Stitched, a partnership combining efforts to build crucial runs. That win was pivotal. By mid-May, RCB topped the points table with 8 wins out of 10 matches. Fans believed the elusive title was within reach. In the final league match, RCB faced Chennai Super Kings CSK. CSK set 185-7 with Moeen Ali shining. RCB's chase started shakily, 50-2 in 7 overs. At this juncture, Virat Kohli turned the Tydean elegant 95 off 52 balls, leading RCB to 187-5 with an over to spare. The stadium erupted. RCB fans were delirious. The playoffs were next. Playoffs and the final showdown. In the eliminator, RCB faced Sunrisers Hyderabad SRH. SRH batted first and posted 170 2-8. Herschel Patel bowled a lethal spell for wickets for 28 runs. RCB chased 173 with ease, 174 for 4 in 18.2 overs, thanks to a brisk 70 from Shreyas Iyer. That victory took RCB to qualifier 2 against Delhi Capitals again. DC chose to bat and managed only 160 for 9. Glenn Maxwell starred with both bat and ball, 3 wickets and a crucial 45 runs. RCB won by 6 wickets with 5 overs remaining. The final was set, RCB versus Punjab Kings at Narendra Modi Stadium, Ahmedabad, world's largest cricket stadium. Capacity 132,000. Fans, the atmosphere was nothing short of electric. Punjab Kings won the toss and elected to bat. Their openers, Johnny Bairstow and Shikhar Dhawan, gave a brisk start. However, RCB spinners, led by Washington Sundar, applied pressure. PBKS finished at 190-9. Liam Livingstone top-scored with 62 off 38. Now it was RCB's turn to chase. The first power play yielded 55-1, as Virat Kohli scored a quick 40 off 28 balls. At 100-4 in the 12th over, nerves began to jangle. Enter AB de Villiers. He blasted 85 runs off 47 deliveries, crafting a partnership of 75 runs with Shreyas Iyer, who contributed 60 off 45. By the 18th over, RCB needed 25 runs from 12 balls. The crowd rose in unison. Every run was cheered like a goal in football. Herschel Patel, incredibly, hammered a 6 off Riley Meredith, sealing the chase. RCB reached 191 for 9 with 2 balls to spare. That moment was pure ecstasy. 18 years of longing fulfilled. Stay tuned. Next, we relive the on-field celebrations. The euphoric on-field celebration. As the winning runs went over the boundary, the stadium erupted into thunderous applause. Players hugged, jumped, and wept, some of them for the first time in their careers. Virat Kohli, captain of RCB, was hoisted onto the shoulders of his teammates, tears streaming down his face. Visualize a confetti cannons fired red and gold streamers into the air. Fans in the stands chanted RCB, RCB at the top of their lungs. AB de Villiers and Glenn Maxwell danced around the pitch, high-fiving ground staff and ball boys. The IPL trophy glistening under the stadium lights was presented to Kohli by Shashank Manohar, BCCI's then president. As Kohli lifted the trophy, the world watched. In that moment, it wasn't just about cricket, it was about perseverance, hope, and the power of dreams. RCB's fans had waited nearly 2 decades. Their patience, unwavering loyalty finally rewarded. But this jubilation would not remain confined to the stadium. A victory parade was planned for the next morning in Bengaluru. Little did anyone suspect that the celebrations would soon take a tragic turn. Before that, let's appreciate the sheer magnitude of this achievement. 18 years without a title. Countless second place finishes etched into memory. Fans who grew up watching their heroes, but never celebrating a trophy. This was not just RCB's win, it belonged to every member of the RCB army. Their chants, their prayers, their unwavering belief this victory was as much theirs as it was the players. Keep watching and Block 6 will witness the citywide celebrations. Celebration Parade in Bengaluru. On the morning of June 3rd, 2025, Bengaluru woke up buzzing. Buses, cars, and motorcycles painted red and gold RCB colors floated toward Chinnaswamy Stadium. Local businesses hung banners reading RCB Champions 2025. The parade route was lined with over 200,000 fans, men, women, children, all decked out in RCB jerseys. Food stalls sold red-colored cakes, red soda, and red popcorn. The players arrived in open-top buses escorted by motorbikes by 10 a.m. Virat Kohli, wearing a bright smile, waved energetically. A.B. de Villiers chanted, "We did it," at the cheering crowd. Between the buses, a stage was set up for speeches. Coach Mike Hesson took the mic first. This one is not just for the players, it's for every fan who believed. Thank you for never giving up on us. Next, Virat Kohli addressed the fans. I cannot describe this feeling. Our city, our fans, they carried us here today. We celebrate together. Suddenly, a ripple of excitement surged through the crowd. Cell phone cameras focused on the bus's fans surged forward to get glimpses, and the crowd density increased dramatically. By noon, the space in front of the stadium was dangerously overcrowded. Security personnel tried to control the flow, but the sheer number of people made it impossible. The scene was reminiscent of a festival, but with an undercurrent of tension. No one anticipated what was about to happen. Stay with us. Block 7 details the tragic stampede. The stampede and tragic aftermath. At approximately 12:15 p.m., a sudden surge of fans at a narrow gate triggered a chain reaction. One person tripped. In the panic, dozens behind them fell like dominoes. The gates could not withstand the pressure. Metal barriers bent and collapsed under the weight of screaming fans. What started as excitement quickly morphed into chaos and terror. Eyewitnesses described scenes of people being crushed. A young boy, maybe 10 years old, shouted, "Mom," as he was separated from his parents in the chaos. An elderly man held onto a fence for dear life only to be pulled into the mob. The noise was deafening cries for help, frantic pushing, and the sound of metal barriers crashing. Smoke from burning incense sticks lit by some fans as an offering mixed with dust and sweat in the air. By the time emergency teams arrived, it was too late for many. 11 people were pronounced dead on the spot, dozens more were critically injured. Some victims suffered from asphyxiation, others from severe head injuries. Hospital hallways overflowed. Nurses and doctors worked tirelessly triaging patients. Family members wandered frantically searching for missing loved ones. This was no longer a celebration, it was a humanitarian crisis. Police cordoned off parts of the street, ambulances blocked entrances, sirens wailing. Across social media, hashtags trended. Hashtag RCB tragedy. Hashtag Bengaluru Stampede. Hashtag pray for Bengaluru. Fans posted videos of the Stampede's aftermath, broken barriers, scattered shoes, and anguished faces. Celebrities and politicians expressed their shock. Among the protests was the question, what went wrong? No single factor caused the stampede. It was a combination of overcrowding, insufficient security protocols, and panic. What should have been a joyous moment transformed into collective grief. We'll cover immediate reactions and official statements. Reactions and official statements. News of the tragedy spread like wildfire. RCB players, still in their celebratory jerseys, were aghast when they heard the news backstage. Virat Kohli, through a trembling voice, addressed the media. I am utterly heartbroken. We came here to give joy to our fans, and this is unimaginable. Our deepest condolences to the families. We will cooperate fully with the authorities. AB de Villiers posted on Instagram. My heart is shattered. I can't believe what happened. Sending prayers to those who lost loved ones. Mike Hesson, coach, released a statement. We never anticipated this. We will work with stadium officials and local authorities to ensure no fan faces such danger again. Cricket legends Wade in Sachin Tendulkar tweeted, terrible news. My thoughts and prayers are with the victims, and their families' safety must always be paramount. Rahul Dravid, head of the National Cricket Academy, remarked, we must learn from this incident. Crowd management protocols need a thorough overhaul. RCB's owners Diageo India called an emergency meeting with stadium authorities. They pledged compensation for victims and families, and a detailed investigation followed. Local government declared 3 days of mourning. Schools and colleges in Bengaluru observed silence at noon. International media covered the event extensively. Headlines read, RCB's dream victory tarnished by deadly stampede. Tragedy at celebration, 11 fans killed in Bengaluru. Across the cricketing world, fans expressed grief. In Melbourne, a small group of RCB supporters gathered with candles. In London, a similar tribute occurred outside Lord's Cricket Ground. At the press conference, BCCI president announced an inquiry. A high-level committee will analyze every aspect from ticketing to physical infrastructure to security personnel training. Yet, amid sorrow, there was also unity. Fans, players, and officials pledged to keep RCB's spirit alive. They promised to honor the victims by improving safety measures. Block 9 will reflect on lessons learned and the broader impact on sports safety. Lessons learned and broader reflections. The tragic Stampede highlighted critical issues in crowd management. Stadiums worldwide must balance capacity with safety protocols. Key Lesson 1: Adequate entry and exit points. Stadium gates must be designed to handle maximum capacity inflows and outflows without bottlenecks. In Bengaluru, a single narrow entry became the flashpoint. Key Lesson 2: Real-time crowd monitoring. CCTV cameras and crowd density sensors can alert authorities before a situation turns critical. Trained personnel should monitor these feeds constantly. Key Lesson 3: Train security personnel. Security staff should be trained in crowd psychology to identify panic signals. Quick deployment teams can defuse tension spots rapidly. Key Lesson 4: Emergency medical readiness. On-site medical tents with paramedics and ambulances must be strategically located. In Bengaluru, ambulances were delayed due to clogged streets. Beyond stadium design, there are larger reflections. The double-edged sword of fandom, while passion unites, unchecked excitement can become dangerous. Corporate responsibility, franchises, and sponsors must invest in fan safety as much as in star players. RCB's management announced new measures. Advanced ticketing systems with staggered entry times. Collaboration with municipal authorities to ensure clear emergency routes. Increased training sessions for security staff in crowd control. International sports bodies took note. FIFA, ICC, and local governments began reviewing protocols to prevent similar tragedies. Yet amid these broader themes, the human cost remains central. 11 families mourned loved ones. Survivors carried physical and emotional scars. The incident also sparked discussions about the role of media. Should reporters publish graphic images? How to balance public interest with respect for privacy. We'll dive into language learning, key vocabulary and phrases drawn from this story. Language learning segment. Now, let's focus on learning English through the vocabulary and phrases we encountered. I will introduce each term, provide a definition, contextual usage, and an example sentence. Euphoria, noun. Definition: a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness. Context: fans felt euphoria when RCB secured their first IPL title. Example: the stadium was filled with euphoria as the winning runs crossed the boundary. Stampede, noun. Definition: a sudden panicked rush of a crowd, often resulting in injury or death. Context: a stampede occurred outside the stadium gates during the victory parade. Example: the stampede left 11 people dead and dozens injured. Triumph, noun. Definition: a great victory or achievement. Context: RCB's triumph in IPL 2025 ended 18 years of heartbreak. Example: their triumph was celebrated with confetti and fanfare across Bengaluru. Calamity, noun. Definition: an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster. Context: the stampede turned a celebration into a calamity. Example: the calm victory ceremony quickly became a calamity no one expected. Eloquent, adjective. Definition: fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing. Context: Kohli delivered an eloquent speech expressing sorrow and solidarity. Example: his eloquent words brought comfort to many grieving fans. Infrastructure, noun. Definition: the underlying framework or foundation of a system, facilities and systems serving a city. Context: the stadium's infrastructure failed to handle the massive crowd. Example: improving stadium infrastructure is crucial to prevent future disasters. Resilience, noun. Definition: the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness. Context: RCB fans demonstrated remarkable resilience, returning to support their team despite the tragedy. Example: their resilience shone through as they organized memorials and charity matches. Jubilation, noun. Definition: a feeling of great happiness and triumph. Context: jubilation filled the stadium when de Villiers hit the match-winning six. Example: jubilation swept over the fans as they realized RCB had won the title. Barrage, noun. Definition: a concentrated artillery bombardment or overwhelming outpouring of something. Context: a barrage of tweets and messages flooded social media after the victory. Example: the barrage of congratulations on social media was almost deafening. Somber, adjective. Definition: dark or dull in color or tone, gloomy. Context: the atmosphere grew somber when news of fatalities reached the crowd. Example: the festival turned somber as fans mourned the lives lost in the tragedy. Compensation, noun. Definition: something, typically money, awarded to someone in recognition of loss or suffering. Context: RCB's owners pledged compensation to the victims' families. Example, compensation was announced for families who lost loved ones in the stampede. Perseverance, noun. Definition: persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Context: RCB's perseverance over 18 years finally paid off. Example, his perseverance through injuries and setbacks inspired the entire team. Inquiry, noun. Definition: an official investigation. Context: a high-level inquiry was launched to determine causes of the stampede. Example, the inquiry will review security protocols, crowd control, and stadium design. Unity, noun. Definition: the state of being united or joined as a whole. Context: in the wake of tragedy, fans and players stood in unity to honor the victims. Example, unity among rival fans was one of the most heartwarming aspects of this event. Tribute, noun. Definition: an act, statement, or gift that is intended to show gratitude, respect, or admiration. Context: candlelight tributes were held across the world for the deceased. Example, a heartfelt tribute was paid to the 11 souls lost in the stampede. Protocol, noun. Definition: the official procedure or system of rules. Context: stadium authorities reviewed their emergency protocols after the tragedy. Example, strict adherence to protocol could have prevented the disaster. Evacuation, noun. Definition: the action of evacuating a person or a place. Context: rapid evacuation was attempted when the crowd panic began. Example, evacuation plans were activated but hampered by overcrowded exits. Glimpse, noun. Definition: a brief or quick view or look. Context: many fans only got a glimpse of their heroes before the stampede engulfed them. Example, she cherished every glimpse of her favorite player as he waved from the bus. Tribunal, noun. Definition: a body established to settle certain types of disputes. Context: some demanded a criminal tribunal for those responsible for security lapses. Example, a tribunal was proposed to hold stadium officials accountable. Perception, noun. Definition: the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. Context: public perception of RCB shifted from underachievers to legends overnight. Example, his perception of risk helped avert another potential disaster. Reunion, noun. Definition: an instance of two or more people coming together again after a period apart. Context: weeks after the tragedy, survivors held a reunion to honor those lost. Example, the reunion was emotional as survivors shared their grief and hope. Condolence, noun. Definition: an expression of sympathy, especially on the occasion of a death. Context: cricket legends sent their condolences, to the bereaved families. Example, we extend our heartfelt condolences to all who suffered loss. Momentum, noun. Definition: the impetus gained by a moving object, force of movement. Context: RCB gained momentum after consecutive wins in the 2025 season. Example, the team's momentum was unstoppable after de Villiers' heroic innings. Repercussion, noun. Definition: an unintended consequence or result, especially one that is unwelcome. Context: the Stampede had far-reaching repercussions on stadium regulations nationwide. Example, legal repercussions followed as families filed lawsuits against organizers. Tribunal, noun. Already defined as number 19, reuse avoided to prevent redundancy. Panicked, adjective/verb. Definition: feeling or characterized by uncontrollable fear or anxiety. Context: the crowd panicked when barriers collapsed under pressure. Example, people panicked and pushed forward, causing the deadly crush. Overcrowding, noun. Definition: the state of being filled with too many people. Context: overcrowding was a primary factor in the Bangalore Stampede. Example, overcrowding at public events can lead to disastrous outcomes. Investigate, verb. Definition: to carry out a systematic or formal inquiry to discover and examine facts. Context: authorities launched a committee to investigate the causes of the tragedy. Example, the police will investigate every aspect of the incident. Tribute, noun. Already defined as number 15, reuse avoided. Unwavering, adjective. Definition: steady or resolute, not wavering. Context: fans' unwavering support helped the players overcome pressure. Example, their unwavering determination led them to victory at last. Condemn, verb. Definition: express complete disapproval of censure. Context: officials condemned the lack of proper crowd control measures. Example, the government condemned the negligence that led to this disaster. Emerge, verb. Definition: become visible or known. Context: evidence emerged showing some gates were locked prematurely. Example, new details emerged about how the barriers failed under pressure. Resilient, adjective. Definition: able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. Context: the RCB Army remained resilient, raising funds for victims' families. Example, the resilient community organized charity events in memory of the lost. Embrace, verb. Definition: accept or support willingly. Context: fans embraced new safety measures, hoping no tragedy would repeat. Example, the community embraced the changes, prioritizing safety over festivities. Mourning, noun/verb. Definition: the expression of deep sorrow for someone who has died. Context: Bengaluru observed a citywide mourning for 3 days. Example: mourning was visible everywhere. Flags flew at half-mast. Ingenuity, noun definition: the quality of being clever, original, and inventive. Context: engineers demonstrated ingenuity by designing emergency gates post-tragedy. Example: their ingenuity helped retrofit the stadium with safer entry points. Disband, verb definition: break up or cause to break up and stop functioning. Context: the committee decided not to disband but to continue monitoring safety standards. Example: they refused to disband, dedicating themselves to ensuring no repeat incidents. Hallowed, adjective definition: made holy, sacred. Context: Chinnaswamy Stadium became hallowed ground for RCB fans. Example: the hallowed turf saw both triumph and tragedy in a single day. Assure, verb definition: tell someone something positively to dispel doubts. Context: officials assured fans that investigations would be transparent. Example: the committee assured the public that changes would be implemented swiftly. Memorial, noun definition: something established to remind people of a person or event. Context: a memorial was erected outside the stadium to honor the victims. Example: the memorial stands as a testament to lives lost and lessons learned. Outpouring, noun definition: a sudden expression of emotion, especially a feeling of gratitude or sympathy. Context: an outpouring of support came from fans worldwide. Example: the outpouring of love and donations was overwhelming. Somber, adjective already defined as number 10. Reuse avoided. Tenuous, adjective definition: very weak or slight. Context: the tenuous balance between celebration and safety was shattered. Example: a tenuous situation can escalate in seconds if not managed properly. Adversity, noun definition: difficulties, misfortune. Context: RCB overcame years of adversity to finally win the IPL. Example: adversity shaped their character and prepared them for this victory. Invaluable, adjective definition: extremely useful, indispensable. Context: fan support was invaluable in lifting the team's spirits. Example: their encouragement was invaluable during the tense final overs. Overwhelmed, adjective/verb definition: bury or drown beneath a huge mass, feeling a strong emotion. Context: families of victims were overwhelmed by the outpouring of sympathy. Example: she was overwhelmed with gratitude for the support from fans. Conduct: verb/noun definition. Organize and carry out. Context: officials must conduct regular safety drills. Example: they will conduct a full audit of stadium conduct and security measures. Fortitude, noun definition. Courage in pain or adversity. Context: the survivors displayed remarkable fortitude in sharing their stories. Example: her fortitude in the hospital corridor inspired everyone around her. Insurmountable, adjective definition. Too great to be overcome. Context: the obstacles RCB faced seemed insurmountable until they triumphed. Example: their belief turned insurmountable odds into reality. Resolve, noun/verb definition. Firm determination to do something. Context: RCB's resolve never wavered, even after repeated disappointments. Example: their resolve saw them through the toughest moments. As we have seen, RCB's journey in IPL 2025 was a tapestry of triumph and tragedy, of euphoria and anguish, all unfolding on the grand stage of cricket. From the historic victory that ended an 18-year drought to the grim stampede that claimed innocent lives, this story reminds us life can change in an instant. Yet there is hope. Hope in the resilience of fans who supported their team without fail. Hope in the perseverance of players who never gave up. Hope in the lessons learned, ensuring future gatherings are safer for everyone. Thank you for joining us on this emotional and educational journey. If you found value in this video, please consider doing the following. Like this video to show your support. Share it with fellow cricket fans, language learners, and anyone who appreciates a powerful real-life story. Subscribe to our channel for more content that merges real-world news with English learning. Comment below which new English word or phrase from today's video resonated with you the most. Engage. Tell us if you ever experienced a moment where celebration turned unexpectedly somber. To continue your learning, check out our next video, Australia's Epic Ashes Comeback. Learn English with cricket drama. It's another thrilling ride that will boost your vocabulary and keep you on the edge of your seat. Finally, let's honor the memory of those lost by promoting safer events in the future. Our hearts go out to the families, and our resolve is to honor them by ensuring no fan pays a price for their passion again. Until next time, keep learning, keep cheering, and stay safe. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.